Our next guest is a cooking prodigy of sorts, an accomplished culinary artist in Korean food. Kathleen Choi has mastered thousands of recipes since she was 11 years old. She now gets to share those recipes with San Diegans on her show, Kathleen's Korean Kitchen. Joining me now is the chef herself, Kathleen Choi. Welcome, Kathleen. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me here.
So it's exciting, a wide array of Korean ingredients. Tell us what we're going to prepare today.
Today, the recipe is called bibimbap.
Okay.
Literally meaning mixed vegetables served with rice.
Okay, well, let's get started. What do we have here? What are the ingredients?
As you can see here, here's the sauteed version of all the ingredients with bulgogi beef, which is very popular, Korean barbecue beef. Over here are all the raw ingredients, which needs to be sauteed, but due to the time constraints, I've pre-sauteed all the ingredients.
Thank you very much. So, and what do we, this looks like tofu, am I right?
Yes, I've chopped up some tofu and some potato.
Okay.
Because Korean food is always served with rice, side of kimchi, and some sort of soup.
Yum, I love kimchi, spicy. And we have a meat of sorts over here.
Yes, this is the bulgogi beef, which I've pre-marinated with soy sauce, sesame oil, minced garlic, and some sugar.
Okay. Yeah. So we want to go ahead and start putting things into the pot here, getting things started.
Yes, I'm going to heat up.
So where does this recipe come from, Kathleen?
Well, there are different versions of bibimbap throughout Korea. And one of the most popular is from the Jeonju province.
Yum.
Yes. And we have two versions of bibimbap. One is served in a regular bowl and the other in a clay pot like that.
That's what we have right here.
Yes.
So at some point we're going to get to this. This is the surprise here, but we'll have you wait for that. So this is a typical Korean dish, or would you say this is something that's kind of rarely served?
This is one of the most popular Korean dishes. Yes. And you can find it in restaurants, and you can also make it easily at home.
Is it spicy?
No, it's not. Actually, the sauce might be, which is a gochujang Korean chili paste.
Okay.
You can see over there.
Right here, we have the chili
paste.
That's
actually a travel version. I always have one in my bag when I travel.
So, you know, a lot of people will be wondering where you get your ingredients. How do they prepare a dish like this to its authenticity? So where do you get your ingredients?
Fortunately, in San Diego, we have a couple of Korean markets, and one of the Korean markets is located on Convoy Street and Mercury. It's a Zion market. They have the freshest ingredients and all the Korean spices and ingredients, whatever you can find there. So I always get my ingredients there. So, and fortunately, they also have kimchi and some pre-made Korean foods.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you have in the bowl there right now? You just put some
I have
garlic in. Now you're going to put
I'm going to put some water now.
Okay.
Yes. Because I'm going to make doenjang jjigae, which is a Korean soup.
Yum.
Made with soybean paste.
Okay.
Which I've also mixed with some sesame oil, minced garlic, and some homemade anchovy and sea kelp base.
Okay. Yes. So tell us about your show, Kathleen, because we get to, you know, enjoy this recipe, but as I mentioned, you get to share so many other recipes that you have been honing for years.
Yes. Well, I've lived in Southeast Asia. I was born actually in Vietnam. And now I'm here in the U.S., so I am familiar with different cultures, different kinds of Asian foods, particularly Korean, because I am 100% Korean.
Oh, right.
And I've been cooking since I was 11.
Yeah.
Yes, and all my recipes, most of my Korean recipes are based on my mom's and my grandmother's. Yes.
Awesome.
So they are very
and we might also add that you are the only Korean chef with a television show being broadcast in English, right?
Yes, you're right.
It's a very big accomplishment for you.
Yes, it is. I actually started this back in 2008.
Yes.
With the purpose of trying to promote Korean food and culture in the U.S. because Korean food and culture is, you know, somehow a little underrepresented in the U.S., I might say, compared to other Asian cuisines.
Right.
Yes,
It's an acquired taste of sorts, but it is so good when you do taste it. Korean barbecue especially is my favorite.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Very flavorful type of
Right.
food. So I'm going to go ahead and
Yes.
open this pot here, and why don't you walk me through what exactly am I putting in here? Can I just put whatever I want?
Sure. Bibimbap, like I said, is served with a variety
Okay.
of sauteed vegetables and bulgogi beef.
I'm going to go ahead and put it all in because I'm not
Sure.
a picky person.
Yeah. The key is to arrange it around the rice.
Okay.
Yeah, there you
Nice
go.
and pretty here.
Yes.
Make sure I make it presentable here.
I know chopsticks a little harder.
You know, I'm pretty good with these.
Yeah, you are,
I
actually.
don't mean to brag, but I like sushi, so it's giving me some practice.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, so we have some mushrooms. It looks
Yes.
like here, some
So
carrots.
bulgogi, yes, this is
Make
zucchini.
it nice and colorful.
You got the shiitake mushrooms already in there, and
Okay.
that's carrots
nice.
and bean sprouts.
Bean sprouts. Get a scoop of that. I
That's
love
bracken
those.
fern, called kosari namu in Korean.
Wow.
Very good. It's very
I don't think
authentic.
I've ever had
No.
that.
But I think you'll like it. Very flavorful.
Okay.
And that's spinach.
Yum.
You like
Okey
spinach,
doke.
I can tell.
You know, I do like spinach. Got to get those
And
greens
the one
in
in
there.
the end, actually, that's eggplants.
Eggplants. That's good.
And
That is
all
very
these
good.
vegetables have been lightly sauteed in some cooking oil, olive oil.
Okay, and so we have something else to add
Yes.
here in the middle.
The
a
key
little-
is an egg.
an egg. So I'm going to crack this egg
Yes,
right
please.
here. And I'm going to just put that right in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, here it goes.
And in the meantime, I'm going to put the potatoes because it's coming to a boil.
I'm going to just cover that up again.
That's good. Good job.
Okay, and we'll just let that sit for a few seconds there.
Yes, and I'm
So-
going to put it back on the stove to heat it up.
Okay.
Just about, less like 30 seconds or something.
Okay. So we want to go ahead and move that pot over onto there now just to
Yes,
give it a
I'll
good
get it.
heat. So basically this dish is this dish
Yes.
here. And it looks like an horchata rice mix type of drink.
Yes, you're absolutely right. It's actually called shikhae
Uh-huh.
in Korean, which is the traditional rice punch.
Yum.
And I have a recipe that I've introduced before, and it's also on my website. But I actually made it using rice cooker.
Wow.
Believe it or not, yeah.
Yeah, you could see, is that rice granules in there or
At the
soybeans
bottom
of
it
sorts?
is, but on the top I've sprinkled some pine nuts, which is very typical.
I'm going to get a taste of this.
yes,
if you
that's
don't
for you.
Mind.
Nope, please go ahead.
Okay. And while we're waiting on the...
It's coming to a boil. Again, you don't have to cook too long.
Ooh, that's really good.
You like it?
I'm going to get another sip.
It's great if it's a little more chilled, but
Yes. Thank you for that.
you're welcome.
Very nice.
And I'm putting some cut up tofu in here.
Okay.
So it's very healthy.
All
A lot
right.
of people are familiar with miso soup, right? Japanese? Mm-hmm. Miso is a Japanese word for soybean paste. In Korean, it's doenjang.
Okay. I need to practice my Korean.
I know. It's a long time. And that's it. Tofu cooks really fast too.
Uh-huh.
So what I'm going to do now is wait a few more seconds and then add some chopped green onion in there.
Some chopped green onion in
and
there.
that's it.
And that is it. Okay. So is the other dish that we have here waiting, that still needs to be heated up for another 30 seconds or so?
Yes.
Okay.
So I think this is done. So I'll turn it off.
Okay.
Yes, I had to introduce
It
some
smells
sort of
really
soup.
good.
Thank you. And I'm going to scoop up some here for you to taste.
Ooh, that
especially
looks
the
really
broth.
hot. It's steaming there.
Yes, and then what you do is green onion chopped, just sprinkle on top. And then a little touch of roasted sesame seeds.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Now, do you
And-
add your own touch to some of these recipes too at the same time, garnish and whatnot? Or is it
Sometimes
just
I do, but
usually how
today
this
what
is
you're seeing
prepared?
is what it is. Very,
Okay.
very Korean. Yeah.
Very nice. This is really steamy.
Yeah, careful. That's not spicy at all.
That is really good. You could really
Thank
taste
you.
the onion in there. I love onions, by
Yes.
the way. So we can, of course, see you at the Asian Cultural Festival
Yes.
giving demonstrations this May 1st coming up.
May 1st coming up soon.
Thank you so much, Kathleen.
Yeah, thank you so
Appreciate
much.
it.
Yeah.
Good luck to you in your show. And
Thank
of
you.
course, you could see Kathleen Choi again at the Asian Cultural Festival this year, May 1st at UTC Liberty Station. Coming up on Shades of San Diego, a performance by another group you'll be able to see at this year's Asian Cultural Festival. Stay with us. Shades of San Diego will be right back.